So the Supreme Court ruled in favor of Jack Phillips, the Denver baker who had declined to bake a cake for a same-sex wedding. Here's 5 things you need to know about this decision. First, Jack won. In many cases, the conversation about this decision immediately focused on what the decision didn't do. But let's not forget the outcome in all the speculation. Jack won, and for all the real challenges we are facing and all the real threats to religious freedom, a supermajority of the Supreme Court stood for the proposition that America still aspires to be a pluralistic society where people are free to have different ideas without being punished by their government. This is good news, and we should celebrate it. Second, the left's goal of punishing the wicked is unconstitutional. After the Supreme Court invented a right to marry someone of the same gender in 2015, many on the left interpreted it to mean that they had triumphed. They convinced themselves that the decision established once and for all the idea that homosexuality and heterosexuality are morally equivalent in all respects, and that any suggestion otherwise was bigotry. As a result, they spoke openly about the need to punish the wicked, that's all of us, and use the leverage of government on every level to do so. Well, in this decision, the court emphasized that people on both sides of the debate over marriage have rights and dignity interests that government at all levels is obligated to respect. Third, it wasn't a narrow decision. While many headlines discussing this case emphasized how narrow the decision was, those headlines were an attempt to minimize the significance of the broad 7-2 decision. When Justices Kagan, Kennedy, and Gorsuch all come together on an opinion, it's not narrow. The idea that government should be able to harass religious bigots however they want is mainstream in progressive circles that drive the left's political agenda. The fact that mainstream progressives are now too extreme for Justices Breyer and Kagan is all you need to know about how far left the left has gone. Fourth, we still don't know if custom cakes are constitutionally protected speech. The majority in this case essentially boils down to this. There are a lot of fascinating legal questions this case raises that we don't have to answer because the Human Rights Commission in Colorado is run by a bunch of bullies. Now, as a result, the court never decided the more fundamental question of whether forcing someone to do a custom cake for a same-sex wedding violates the free speech of the cake artist. This question has implications far beyond bakeries. Here in Washington state, Baronelle Stutzman and Arlene Flowers are asking the same question about custom floral arrangements. In similar cases, calligraphers, videographers, and t-shirt printers are still wondering whether governments can force them to communicate ideas they disagree with. Based on the concurring decisions, we know that Thomas and Gorsuch are eager to say that expressive art, like custom cakes, is constitutionally protected speech. And we know that Sotomayor and Ginsburg are eager to say it is not. How do the other 5 justices feel? We'll have to wait and see. Fifth, there are no losers in this decision. While the bullies at the Colorado Human Rights Commission lost this case in a legal sense, the outcome is a win for everyone who values individual rights. Now, even if we don't share Jack Phillips's convictions about what marriage is, there are other issues that we do have equally strong beliefs about. If Jack is free to decide for himself what events he participates in and what messages he communicates, then so is everyone else. This means that the Democrat baker won't have to create the Make America Great Again cake if he doesn't want to, and the lesbian print shop won't have to create a flyer critical of same-sex marriage for her fundamentalist customer if she doesn't want to. Yes, freedom creates opportunities for people to do things that we don't like, but it's a lot better than the alternative. We'd love to hear your thoughts about this case in the comment section below. You can also like, share, and subscribe. For the Family Policy Institute, I'm Joseph Backholm.